What's the deal lately with so many Hollywood movies being musicals? I think, again, just what we saw from last year with Vox Lux, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Star Wars Born, Hollywood's now into a big musical kick. This is the big thing now. So we have a new film coming out from, I forget the name of the studio that's putting this out. Let me see really fast. BFI Entertainment, Neon. Okay, this is the same studio that did Vox Lux. Okay, so maybe they're banking on. I don't know how well Vox Lux did. It's still a film I've not seen yet, even though I'm so mesmerized by the soundtrack right now. Oh, it's amazing. But yeah, I did cover the trailers, and I was absolutely astounded by how good the movie looked. I really wanted to see it. So let's take a look at another one of their productions. Apparently, another one of the films that they're distributing. This is called Wild Rose. It's releasing June 14th of this year, and this is the official synopsis according to IMDb. A musician from Glasgow dreams of becoming a Nashville star. Well, that's pretty cool. I do like seeing, stories of people getting to live out their dreams. And, again, we're on a real musical binge lately. So, but again, some of the stuff I've seen so far for this year, at least, just of all the films we have coming out, I forget another one we were looking at very recently, but counting this one, obviously, now we have Wild Rose to add to the mix of Rocket Man and Teen Spirit. I love Teen Spirit. Teen Spirit looks so amazing. But let's see if anybody... Julie Walters, I recognize her name. I don't recognize many of the other names here, though, in this movie. So, a couple of... namely, the majority of these people involved with the film are all unfamiliar to me. But as I've said before in previous videos, I'm very happy to check out new people. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this new film, Wild Rose. And let's see this woman hopefully achieve her dreams. These stories are always pretty good. So anyways, we're going to watch this first, as always, and then we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment following us watching the video together. At least this film is not... Okay, a lot of the films we looked at are arriving in May, so I'm like, at least just pace those out a little bit, Neon. Talked about that before also in previous videos. May 2019 is quickly becoming Hollywood 2018 all over again. Not necessarily because, the holiday is the problem. I mean, well... Christmas isn't a problem, it's just the scheduling and how many movies they had, but this is Memorial Day. It's a bit of a different situation, but at the same time, we're, just like, the holiday season, everything's busy, and they piled on so many different pictures I still have not seen yet, but May is just filled to the brim with new media, so I probably won't be able to get all around media on time. I'm making up my priority list so far. Godzilla, King of the Monsters is the top priority. It remains unchampioned, even though... there's another part we looked at yesterday, but The Tomorrow Man is a close contender as well. Okay, let's check out this project. Here we go. The main trailer. That's a nice.
Bet you're gonna miss me.
And keep your foot still, please.
You're gonna be the next Dolly Parton!
Okay.
Your Lordship, Miss Harlan has put her childish ways behind her. Her children are living with her once again.
Do you miss me?
She is a promising young country singer.
I'm trying to get to Nashville.
Well, you better mind your tab doesn't go off when you're going through security.
She now works full-time as a daily woman.
Hey!
I'm trying to be a country singer.
Nobody wants to see a convicted criminal up there.
Johnny Cash is a convicted criminal, you ball bag.
Wow.
Country music is just 3 chords in the truth. Just get whoever's in there out. I should have been born in America. I'm an American.
You're young. You're incredibly talented. There is nothing you can't do.
Just thinking about your kids. You cast them off when you get a better offer.
This is me trying to make something of myself, and surely that's a good thing for them.
No letting them down. That would be a good thing for them.
Project has a lot of heart.
There's so much I can't undo.
I wanted you to take responsibility. But I never meant to take away your hope.
If you've got a voice, you've got something to say.
But you know that I had to go. Ain't no place like home.
When you put your
Well,
mind
if
to
that's her
something,
singing, she's got to I would assume so.
can
She's
do
got to
anything.
Place like home.
Although I'm not always the biggest fan of country music, but even I can recognize her talent. Very interesting project. I definitely... It's a very inspiring one, I'll give it that. I do like seeing... Oh, original recording. So a lot of singles, they're like, buy the soundtrack now, you'll love it. You liked Vox Lux, so you might like, they're not exactly saying that, but maybe they're talking to me, because you love the soundtrack for Vox Lux so much, you might like this. I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on country music, it's not my favorite genre, but I mean, even I can attest to a lot of the talent of a lot of country artists out there. Even some of the songs, to me at least, make me laugh, because I mean, some of them sound a bit ridiculous, but I mean, you whittle them down, and it's like there's a lot of songs about dogs and girls and houses and trucks. It's like, okay, they're kind of simple, but you know, there's a couple of them that I like. Definitely some artists out there that I think are, for at least for me, a little more interesting when it comes to the expression of their talent than number ones. I'm trying to be very respectful how I say that, but again, not always the biggest country fan. But I think this actress is very talented in portraying this role. What I like about this movie, it's a little bit different than another musical, and we were just talking about this the other day too. You know, when people get out of, I don't remember what video it was, but we were looking at some trailer, and I brought up the point, you know, when people get out of, it may have just been something that related to something that we saw in the trailer, may not exactly have been stemmed from that exactly. But, you know, when people get out of, you know, prison and that type of situation, there's definitely an adjustment to be made. And they definitely have to work kind of earning back trust. But at the same time, for them, it's hard to get out of prison because you really have to, you know, find your way in a world that necessarily has passed you by. Well, you've kind of been in this little secluded world, well, not all by your lonesome. Well, maybe in some cases, you know, like solitary confinement and things like that. But at the same time, where you're kind of off in your own little world, the rest of the world passes on by you. And so when you get back into the world, you know, when you do your time, or maybe you get an early release, you know, for good behavior or something like that, you get to see the world that's now transformed to. And a lot of people can be shaken up by that because they don't know how to respond, right? It's definitely an adjustment. And finding your way, obviously, in a world like that, where you haven't exactly been an instrumental part of it, it's definitely a challenge. So I like the extra added layer of development for this project. It's not just, you know, it's a woman who wants to go become, you know, a country star and, you know, musician. There's a little more to it like that. She's like really trying to, you know, get her life together as she's, you know, finally getting a chance to do that after doing her time or something like that. So I think it's a very interesting road for this film to take. It definitely sets it apart from some of the other musicals we're looking at lately. I mean, like a Teen Spirit and Rocket Man, as I said. These are a little bit different. Even the ones released last year, as far as I understand it, with Vox Lux, Bohemian Rhapsody, and A Star is Born. Again, I haven't seen any of those films yet. But as I was saying, though, in the introduction of the video, Hollywood really is on a musical binge right now. So it seems like a lot of these tracks, again, you can look at it and be like, oh, they're all about singing and they're all the same thing. No, there's a difference to each one. I think each project is individual in its own right. And so, absolutely with this one. This is definitely an angle that I've not seen any of the musicals that we looked at recently cover, with someone, you know, getting out of prison and trying to get their life back together, or trying to get their life together at some point, you know, going back into the world and following their passions and their dreams. So I think it's a very nice idea. I think it's something that we could all relate to, whatever, you know, position in life we are in, you know, following your dreams and things like that. I think it's definitely a very inspiring project. I will keep my eye on Wild Rose. Looks very interesting. Neon, I think, Neon's a very interesting studio of their releases so far. Who knows? Maybe they'll have another musical. We shall see. And I'm sure with their track record, again, I'm not sure how well Vox Lux did, but their soundtrack was amazing. So maybe the soundtrack sounded pretty good, at least from the first, you know, song we've heard over the trailer. But we'll see what happens in Neon's future musicals. I think they've looked promising so far. So we shall see.